Within surf culture, Billabong marks itself as one of the few original retail brands that has seen its success last decades and continue to grow to date. As Billabong looks to further develop their legacy, an audit can aid in linking the brand with consumer perceptions and in turn identify lucrative areas as well as possible future challenges. Billabong was founded in 1973 on the Gold Coast by local resident and avid surfer Gordon Merchant. Initially set up as a clothing retailer, Gordon produced board shorts from his house, selling to local surf shops. Applying his unique technique of triple stitching, Merchant's board shorts were an instant hit with local residents, but it wasn't until Billabong began sponsoring surfers and surf events in the late 1970s that it gained traction Australia-wide. In line with Gordon Merchant's desire to follow his customers' wants and needs, Billabong branched out to all board sports in 2001, broadening their offerings by adding snow, skate and wake to their lines. In August 2000, Billabong was floated on the Australian Securities Exchange, with owner Gordon Merchant selling half of his 50% stake in the company, which was then valued at $460 million. After rejecting a takeover bid of $850 million in 2012, Billabong was formally sold in 2018 to Board Riders, formerly known as Quicksilver, for $210 million. The substantial drop in value revealed a troubled time for Billabong, which had only reported a profit once in the 5 years preceding the sale. Prior to its takeover by Board Riders and in line with its commitment to all board sports, Billabong acquired Von Zipper, Element, Tiger Lily, Custom Footwear, Palmer's Surf, XL Wetsuits, and RVCA. All licenses were passed on to Board Riders except for Tiger Lily, which was sold. Under the Billabong brand, product lines include board shorts, clothing, wetsuits, accessories such as bags, watches, and thongs for both males and females. Billabong has several sources of brand equity that can be attributed back to the marketing and branding of their goods. A brand inventory can help catalogue these elements. The name Billabong is the umbrella term for the entire brand and is derived from the Aboriginal term Billaban, which translates to creek that runs only during the rainy season. Originating on the Gold Coast, founder Gordon Merchant wanted something Australian that was unique and associated with his homeland should the company eventually go international. Billabong is a meaningful and memorable name and accordingly has high product recall. Billabong's logo is characterised by two stylized waves that sit on top of each other with the brand name Billabong underneath. Both waves run in the same direction and are motionless, with one symbolising the sea and the other representing the sport of surfing. The logo is presentable as a non-word logo as well, where the waves are presented without the underlying text. Billabong has held this logo since initiation in 1973, proving it has a timeless appeal and continues to resonate with consumers. As a retail brand, Billabong opts for brand ambassadors over characters. Such individuals play a large role in promoting and humanising Billabong. Sponsorship of junior and professional surfers led to Billabong's initial rise in the Australian market. With a mix of current and former pro surfers such as Jack Freestone and Mark Ochalupo, Billabong continues to use endorsers once they complete their professional careers. This may be a contributing factor to their current appeal to older men and the belief among teen consumers that Billabong is for their parents. Billabong is built on encouraging consumers to discover their inner coastal lifestyle. In line with this, they offer a male-themed slogan of "Life's better in board shorts" and a female-themed slogan of "A bikini kind of life." Although these are not catchy with respect to rhyming, they effectively communicate Billabong's core products, acting as a hook for consumers to search for more. Billabong has identified that a large percentage of coastal communities feel an intrinsic connection to the environment, which extends to protecting the place that connects all the people. Inspired by this and their desire to be a sustainable brand, Billabong made a move to all eco-friendly packaging in 2015. Involved a removal of one-use plastics and the introduction of a recyclable packaging. With not all surfwear brands following the same suit, this differentiates Billabong and accordingly adds to their brand equity. We can identify Billabong's points of parity with respect to their biggest rivals, Rip Curl and Quicksilver. Congruent with these rivals, Billabong offers a wide range of male and female garments. However, these three brands also all sponsor major world surfing events and surfers such as Hawaii's notorious Billabong Pipe Pro and current world champion Italo Ferreira. Like competitors, Billabong is also available on an international scale, sharing similar retail prices on items. Although the sponsoring of well-known athletes is a point of parity across surfwear retailers, Billabong prioritises supporting young emerging board riders. This is a unique position and emphasises Billabong's desire to appeal to a younger generation. Furthermore, unlike Rip Curl and Quicksilver, Billabong is the only brand that has moved into board riding sports such as wakeboarding and skateboarding. This is a unique selling position and gives consumers from those sports a compelling reason to choose Billabong. In 2007, Billabong began the Recycler board short series. Accepting their role in protecting the environment, in particular the ocean, Billabong created a line of board shorts that lightened its global production footprint by using recycled bottled plastics in its fabric. In 2019, Billabong's board shorts were recognised by the World Surf industry as the Environmental Product of the Year. To date, Billabong still offers this line and have now repurposed more than 100 million bottles. Although other brands are somewhat following these actions, Billabong is leading the pack, showing their commitment to sustainable practices and therefore holds a sustainable competitive advantage. Billabong is a brand that offers numerous products designed to accommodate numerous lifestyles. Included in their extensive range are products designed for surfers, general beachgoers, skateboarders, and the fashion conscious. Defensive characteristics of this market are difficult to pinpoint. However, available sources and research suggest males and females aged between 12 and 35 are the target market. In May this year, Billabong launched a customizable board short campaign. Called Create for Core, this program allows shoppers to use Billabong's customizable board short platform to create their own board shorts through choosing colour, print, patches, and embroidery. All proceeds from these purchases were donated back to assist local surf shops. This idea was coupled with a film series named Marcel's Parcels on Billabong's YouTube channel. This documented former pro surfer and Billabong sponsored athlete Mark Ochalupo as he delivered these board shorts directly to customers. Know the Feeling is a video content series by Billabong Women's documenting the magic of the ocean and how it connects people. The video features multiple Billabong sponsored female surfers as well as 3 young women who are pioneering women's surfing in China, Morocco, and Sri Lanka. In each of the women's hometowns, the campaign shares both the inspiring women's stories of breaking through cultural norms to become surfers and also a local perspective on the food, environment, and people that make their surf community unique. The survey conducted had 5 sections that measured different elements of brand equity with a total of 18 questions. There was 36 respondents, with the most common respondent age bracket 15 to 24 and the least common 25 to 35 and 50 plus. Billabong holds a strong level of brand awareness, with majority of consumers aware of its existence and offerings. When provided with a non-word logo, 83.8% of consumers were able to correctly identify it as Billabong. Brand Q is therefore adequate in representing Billabong and is leading to high brand recognition. These results also recognise that Billabong has strong brand identity, with close to 95% of respondents easily recognising the brand amongst competitors. Billabong's logo is memorable and meaningful. Billabong's brand recall is also high with respect to its rivals. When placing respondents in a purchase situation, by tasking them to select their preferred brand of surfwear, 37.5% elected Billabong as their favoured brand. This was the most selected brand and was a near double the near most selected company. Rip Curl and Rusty both received 18.8% of total respondents. A link is prevalent between brand awareness and usage, with 40% of respondents that were able to identify the logo and selecting Billabong as their surfwear brand of choice. Coupling the strong brand awareness, Billabong have successfully created a brand image that evokes the desired associations of Australia. 75% of respondents were able to correctly identify Billabong as an Australian brand. This is a value-adding element for Billabong and has been advertised in print as a point of difference since initiation. Words relating to Australia, such as Aussie and Gold Coast, as well as numerous Australian surfers, were the most common associations when consumers were asked to share the first words that come to mind when they think of Billabong. It should be noted that 1980s and 1990s connotations were also frequently prevalent. This may indicate an aging consumer market or that Billabong's brand image is based off the early days of the brand and may need renewal to reflect the changes they have made. Billabong holds very weak brand resonance. As prevalent by the Green Disagree columns, majority of respondents rejected any form of brand resonance, with 63% of respondents disagreeing that they would promote Billabong on social media and a further 50% noting they wouldn't talk to their friends about Billabong. This brand forgoes the potentially beneficial elements that many-to-many communications can have. As with measuring the quality and value for money of Billabong's garments, majority perceive such as either medium or low. The lack of perception of high quality here prevents brand resonance from occurring, as these elements fall under judgments. Thank you for listening.